Are you a quilter or just a fabric collector? Do you see all these beautiful fabrics behind me, but will never sew anything with them? Today in this video, we're gonna lovingly call out all of our stash builders and help you become quilters again. Let's get into it. Now let's face it, all of us love having a fabric stash, and that's okay. I'm not here to tell you to get rid of your stash, but I am here to help you become a quilter again and not just a fabric collector. Good fabric stash building while still getting your projects out the door and finishing quilts, okay? We're here to get you back on track. Let's get into it. So here's the signs that you're collecting instead of quilting. You have a closet that's just exploding with fabric. You have fabrics that have little signs on them that say, you know, I can't cut this fabric. You're waiting for that perfect project and it's been there for 10 years. You don't remember the last time you finished a quilt. Think about it. And then there's always the last one, which there's the fabric stash shaming, where you walk past that one closet, you don't even want to look at it because you know how full it is and you haven't even been in there in the last year. If those are signs and those are resonating with you, you're collecting, not quilting. Now that we know what a collector looks like, let's look at what a maker's house looks like. You have quilts that are finished. You have table runners that are finished. You have pillows that are finished or that you've gifted in the last few months, okay? You also have quilts that came out of your favorite section of your stash. You have those quilts that you found the perfect project for and you just think about them and think, wow, I loved this quilt that I did and gifted, or it's on my bed or wherever it is. I love this quilt and I'm so happy I got to use my stash for that. Your fabric, especially your favorite fabrics, are living in a quilt and not just in your stash. If you've gotten to this point in the video, you've probably realized that you've been collecting and not creating. Let's get you back on track, okay? The very first way to get back on track as a quilter is to start off with making some small projects, okay? Here at Soya, we're really big on service projects. As you can see, this whole table here is for Triangulo pillows. They're being donated to foster care here in Nevada. Now, there are so many organizations out there that need sewers' help. That need sewers' help. There are simple projects, there are 3-yard quilts, there's quilt donations, quilt drives, pillow drives. It is so easy to walk into your stash, pull out 3 1-yard cuts and make a 3-yard quilt, make a pillow or make something similar. Service projects are a great way to go through your stash, kind of do a little stash busting and make room for new products. Along those same lines, everybody has a fabric in their stash or multiple that they bought at one time and loved, but now don't really see the vision that they saw maybe a few years ago. Go into your stash, grab that jelly roll or that layer cake that you used to love, but now just aren't quite feeling it, and make a donation quilt out of it. Those fabrics, even though they might not be the prettiest, are still gonna keep somebody warm and they're gonna be super grateful for it. So now that you've gotten your feet wet and you're creating again, let's do a little fun challenge to keep it going. Go into your fabric stash and pull out a couple of patterns and pin them on your design board or stick them on the shelf where you can see them. Then go into your stash and start pulling fabrics that go along with those patterns. Do your own little shopping spree right inside of your own stash. Pull out projects for the next 2 or 3 months and get them ready to sew. That way when you are ready to sew, you walk over, you pick it up, and you can just start sewing. There's no indecisiveness, no decision of what am I gonna use. It's all ready and you've created yourself your own little quilt kit right out of your stash. Next step, buy a new sewing machine. No, I'm just kidding. What you need to do next is you need to get your sewing area ready to sew, okay? A lot of times people don't keep creating because their sewing area is a mess or because there's stuff all over their sewing table or it's kind of a pain to actually get started in sewing, okay? If that's how you feel, it's time to just take a second and get your area clean and organized so that when you are ready to sew, you can just sit down and start sewing. All the time I talk to people here in our store that say, I really would like to start sewing more, I could just never really get into it. And I always say, is your sewing space set up? And 9 times out of 10, they say, no, it's not. If you leave your sewing space set up for you to walk in and start creating, when you're in that creative mood, 10 times out of 10, be able to walk in and just get right in the rhythm and not have to worry about setting up your machine or cleaning off or dusting off before you get started. All right, everyone, I hope this video helps you get back into the creative mindset of making and quilting rather than just collecting and stashing. We love the stashes, but let's get out there and keep making as well. I give you permission to walk over to your stash, pull out that bolt you wanted to use for a while, cut it up, and actually use it. All right, everybody, it's confession time. Down in the comments, I want you to tell me how long you've been collecting and how long you've been quilting, okay? Because those are 2 separate things, as we now know. Let me know down in the comments, and guys, we'll see you next week for another great video.